Hey friends, it's me, Nine Morrison, and welcome to my living room. We are not here in the studio today. We are here in my living room, and right now we are on our first week of quarantine from coronavirus. So I figured I'd show you guys how I set up when I'm filming hair and makeup tutorials, because it's very different when you're filming hair and makeup tutorials, especially with like body positioning and things like that. So I'm gonna go through the whole thing, show you how I set up my camera, how I set up my tripod and all that kind of stuff. You can see all my setup. You know, I had to take photos off the walls. Like, this is how I used to do things when I didn't have a studio. Now when I'm setting up in the studio, it's a lot easier because I have marks on the floor for where my camera goes, where my mannequin tripod goes, all of that kind of stuff. So it is a little bit easier. So you can do that in the meantime if you want to, put some tape on the floor. But yeah, let's kind of get started. So, okay, so you see here, we've got my camera and we've got my mannequin. I've got this big empty blank wall. Now, one thing that's really important is that you are not too close to the wall to create shadows. So you can see that there's shadows back there. However, they're actually much farther off to the left, those shadows. And so when we're filming, you're actually not gonna see them. And they're also far enough away over here with the lighting that you're not gonna end up seeing them in the camera. So I'm fortunate that I have this gigantic window, hey Snow, right in front of this wall. So I've got an insane amount of natural lighting. I only use natural lighting in my videos in the studio as well. It does make it kind of hard just because if the light changes and there's a cloud or whatever, then your lighting's gonna change and it's kind of annoying. But since I don't have like a super profesh studio setup, that's what we gotta work with. So this is what we got. So I'm gonna talk about my camera really quick, just because I know most of you guys are gonna be filming on your iPhones. So this is my camera. It's a Canon Rebel T6i. I've had it for a couple of years. You know, you don't have to have a fancy cam, but it does just kind of make it a little nicer sometimes. But you can also, if you have a tripod and then one of those extra little tripods that like grip onto these guys, that's awesome. If you don't, get like a tall chair and jerry rig that thing until you've got your phone on there, until you can get the angles you want and everything else that you want. So this is my little camera there. So yeah. One thing I like to mention is that I have this DIY tool belt. Also, don't you love my pink fuzzy slippers? All right, so I've got this tool belt. This is, I think it's for walkie-talkies or something. Bought it on Amazon, and I put all my combs and my clips, chopsticks, scissors, whatever I need is already in here. And then I also have this, it's actually to hold a water bottle, but I put hairspray in it. And so this just makes my life a whole lot easier when I put all of my bobby pins on a magnetic bracelet. This one's from Pink Pewter. And then all my elastics go on one of my little chopsticks if I need them. So yeah, that's how I keep those guys there so that I don't need anything next to me, which is absolutely wonderful. So one important thing is that I am standing on the left side of my mannequin. I'm right-handed, so standing on the left side of my mannequin and the left side of my camera is actually what's going to help me. And most of the time, the other reason why I do it is because my viewfinder comes out this way. So if I'm standing on the other side, I can't see my viewfinder while I'm filming. So that's a big reason why I stand on this left side. So you can see when I'm touching hair and things like that. So my foot position right now, I've got a foot on that corner right there. My mannequin head, her nose is pointing straight on that tip. And then I know where everything is. So I can try and be as balanced as possible when I don't have a mirror. So sorry, this guy shuts off all the time. So, all right, so this is helping me make sure that I'm balanced. So this is where my hand position is. I'm just gonna keep my foot there. This is also a really great time to like, you know, put some tape marks down on here if you can. So that way, if you move it or need to reset back up, you can very easily. So this is where I am. Now you can tell it's gonna be really, I basically can't see at all what the right side of the head looks like. Like I can't see it at all. And even if I bend this way, like I really can't. And then my head's in front of the camera and we don't wanna do that. So sometimes you do have to just like, you know, while you're in the middle of recording, stop, move over this way, make sure this is great, come over here, and that'll just be like a part that you kind of edit out, just because it's not realistic. You're not going to be standing in this body position at all, but you have to stand in some funky body positions so that your whole body and face don't end up in the frame. So, all right, well, you guys are going to get to see me firsthand how I do this. She's looking good so far. All right, so you'll notice that I already kind of did some prep on my mannequin's hair. So you can see that I already put it in a half up situation and then just section those front pieces out already. So usually I'll do that. I'll just kind of have those little sections already out, just because it's not really necessary to film all of that every time. So, okay. So let's give it up to my husband, Ryan, who's filming over there. He's filming me, filming myself. Hi, Ryan. So you guys are gonna get to see some of the really awkward positions you'll have to get in and things like that. You'll also, I'm always constantly checking my viewfinder to make sure that what I'm seeing looks good. And yeah, and you usually just kind of get in the zone and just zone out and just do the thing, constantly check your viewfinder, all of that. So notice that this is super awkward. I have my knees bent right now. I'm kind of squatting, but I've also got my arms all the way extended because this is on the right side of the head. Sometimes I have to use my viewfinder to see what I'm doing because I can't really see what I'm doing right now. So you'll have a whole new appreciation for hair tutorials once you start doing them and start like watching and see and understanding like how much goes into it. And like, if it looks good in a hair tutorial on video, oh my gosh, it's so much harder to do it when you're recording yourself than it is to just do it in real life. Great. So now I'm just gonna cross over the camera. Just cross over front, doesn't matter, I'm gonna edit it out. So cross over front. Now the hard part is I'm having a hard time seeing my viewfinder from over here because I have to look over the lens for it. So I've got to be extra careful with what I'm doing on this side because I really can't see if I'm in the frame or not. So you be careful, you might be in that frame, buddy.
No.
Okay, so I've just done this portion. Now I'm actually going to, I've bloused my section and I'm gonna cross over again. Okay, so right now in the viewfinder, so this is on the right side of the head. The issue is, I'm like, here we go. There's a gap right there. I don't like that. So I've got to fix that, but I also won't be able to totally see it. So, all right, I'm going to try doing it blind. Oh yeah, that's a giant hole. Okay. So I need to go over there and actually like look at this a bit. So I'm going to cross over. Yes. Okay, that's a hot mess on this side a little bit. So okay. I think that's a damn updo there. Right? Okay. There she is. You can go back and refine. Got my hairspray. Always when you're spraying, make sure the label is out product companies really appreciate that, and they're more likely to repost your stuff if you have the label out, and you can kind of just pretend like you're spraying sometimes too. That's what they like. There you go. Moroccan oil, luminous hairspray, extra strong. So then I'll just turn it on and let it kind of film for a minute. Just let it go. Ooh la la. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it over to camera. Just take a couple photos of it. Again, might have to adjust some lighting. Okay, so then I'll just take a couple quick photos real quick, so that way when I put this on YouTube and stuff, I can actually use the photo of what the updo looks like, make it look cute. Sometimes you might want to do a little bit of this action where you put it off to the right or the left. And that way, when you do it like that, you can put words on the left side or the right side, whatever side you do. All right, friends, well, that's it. That's how I film my hair tutorials. That's my setup. This is my cute pouch, my cute outfit. The best part of hair tutorials is you don't have to look cute yourself when you do it. So that is my quarantine talk for the day. So hope you guys have some happy tutorials. Make happy tutorials, right? Well, thanks for stopping by, you guys, and we will see you on the next video.